Holy crap! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I begin, as always, in the matchless, glorious, and precious name of Jesus. This video is going to be doing my review of The Flash, Season 1, Episode 15, Out of Time. Wow. 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 That was just mind-blowing stuff I just watched. I'll just start off from the beginning. The episode opens up with Clyde Martin, the guy who Barry fought in the series premiere, City of Heroes, and his brother Mark Mardon, as they are just the particle accelerator is about to go off, and they are flying in the airplane. It's clear that they have a very close relationship with each other. And then all of a sudden the lightning explodes, and then the airplane gets struck down. So we go to the opening title on the screen, and then we go back, and then we see Barry Allen and his girlfriend Linda Park, along with Iris West and her boyfriend Eddie Thawne, just bowling together. It's like I just feel like Iris's attitude was just a little off-putting. Like, she was just trying to sabotage things between Barry and Linda, and probably her relationship with Eddie as well. So anyways, we go to some sort of morgue, and then we see probably the morgue where this doctor's working on some sort of body, and in comes Mark Martin, and he asks about the person who killed his brother, Clyde Martin. And he said, and then he's like, you are treated to a, and then we are treated to a scene, and then we have and then Barry is told to has to run to the morgue where it seems like the doctor was killed, and then he sees another form of Barry running as well, and then he goes there and he sees somebody dead, the dead body, and they're wondering who could it have been, and then they realize that it was Mark Martin who did this. So we see, it's like Barry, and by the way, Eddie is just kind of angry with Iris about what happened last night at the bowling alley between Barry and Linda, and him and Iris, and it's like he's just not happy with what's happening between them, between Iris and Barry. So it's like he does. I was wondering, why is he acting like this? Then I remembered he didn't know that she confessed to him. So it's like, and now it's like Joe West realizes who the guy is, Mark Martin, and he says to Barry, you're not to tell this to Iris. I'm like, Joe, lying to your daughter and asking Barry to lie to her is wrong, regardless of your intentions. I think she deserves to be clued in on this, because Mark Martin could try to go after her. So anyways, moving on. Anyways, we go there, and then we see, and then they go over to Star Labs, and they create some sort of stick that'll stop his powers from working. They do, here Cisco does, and then also they are going to, and then they also, meanwhile, Iris at her job, she's just like, she's not having good terms with Linda, and she feels like it's like Linda Iris was just trying to feel like she was trying to hurt things between her and Barry, and then she learns from her boss that he suspects that Harrison Wells had something to do with the murder of Simon, like the killing of Simon Stagg, and she sort of informs Cisco and Caitlin on this, and this leads to leads to Iris telling this to Barry, who denies this immediately, and he also goes to her boss or something about this, and he confirms that he believes that he was the one who killed Simon Stagg, and Barry doesn't believe it because he believes that Harrison Wells is a good man, which we, the audience, know isn't. And then we get to, and so they are going in there. So Barry and Joe are riding in the car, and then it seems like it started raining, and it's raining. They're talking about how she spilled her feelings about Iris to her, and they're like, things will work out between you two. Joe is saying, and he notices rain's powdering is coming down, and then he turns on the radio and he says the guy is saying it's a beautiful day in Central City, and they realize it's Mardon, and then he has sent out a lightning bolt on them to destroy them. Thankfully, Barry was able to get them out on time. So, anyways, Cisco is looking at evidence about the night they caught the reverse flash, and then they go on to, and then also, it's like, also they're going, before that, I think it's like, going into the, Cisco has over the police department to talk to Joe West about it, and he says he denies it. He turns it down. He says he just felt like he was wrong, and he needed to go somewhere, and then Cisco's about to leave, and then in comes Mark Mardon. There's a brief standout between him and Joe West, and then they go, and then he sends a hurricane in the place, something like that, and then they go, which hurts Captain Singh, and then Barry runs up to the station, and he grabs the little stick and he uses it to destabilize Mardon's powers. And then he has to go run Captain Singh to the hospital, and that time Mardon gets away. So, also then we also go down to, and then we go, so Joe West says that he is going to continue to look for Mardon, and he tells Barry to go and protect Iris and not go after him. I'm like, dude, Joe, you need help. You need Barry's help here. And I'm Barry's help. So telling him to stay away from this is not a good move. So, anyways, Barry goes back home with Iris, and he talks with her about Linda Park, his relationship with Linda Park, and also probably to ask a little bit more about Harrison Wells. And also, we go to, Caitlin is having a chit chat with Harrison Wells. They're about to leave. They're about to leave when she decides she wants to go get something else, and then she realizes that Harrison Wells can walk, as she sees that his wheelchair is empty. Wow. Meanwhile, Cisco is still looking over the research of what happened when they captured the reverse flash, and they realize that what they saw that day, what looked like the reverse flash, was a hallucination. So and all of a sudden, he sees Harrison Wells, a wheelchairless Harrison Wells. He realizes he is the reverse flash, and then the big reveal, Harrison Wells is EOBARD THAWNE. Wow. For those of you who don't know, Eobard Thawne is a guy from the 30th, 31st century, and he has in the comic book, and he is the first reverse Flash, the arch nemesis of Barry Allen. So anyways, here Eddie Thawne is a distant cousin of Eobard Thawne apparently, and he's the reason he needs to trying to perfect the Flash is because he needs some of his speed to go back to 2020, to go back to the future where he's from. So, and we also learn that he was trying to kill Barry, and that he was also, but instead wound up killing Nora. And then he's like, Cisco is looking at him incredulously when Eobard Thawne uses a vibrating hand and kills him. So, and meanwhile, Mark Mardon. Okay, so Detective West and Eddie Thawne are just looking through the building, and the wind is starting blowing really, really fast, and then before you know it, Joe West is being blown away. And then he wakes up later with his leg cut off, and then all of a sudden, and he has Joe West watch as he starts to create a hurricane. Mark Mardon creates a tsunami, sending a tidal wave towards the city. And then Barry Allen's with Iris, and he kisses her, and then all of a sudden, he reveals to her that he is the Flash. Wow. And then he has to go fast enough to stop the quake. Stop the tidal wave from hitting the city, and he goes so fast that he finds himself back in time. And that's where the episode ends. Wow. This episode was big. Very, very big. So many reveals. It just puts a lot of things into context. Why the Flash would push younger Barry into the back 2 or 5 blocks away from home when his mom was killed, and it also explains why the Reverse Flash didn't kill Eddie Thawne then. And then I'm also sure that Cisco will be alive in the next episode. He was seen in the promo trailer, so he's gonna do something to save Cisco Ramon in the past. So, anyways, I have to give this episode a 10 out of 10. Best episode so far in the season. Very, very huge. I can't wait to see what comes next. All right, that's all for this video.